boys and girls. We are on our last lesson of chapter 12, lesson 7. We are talking about halves, thirds, and fourths. We're breaking up our shapes into parts, separate, equal parts. So what we're going to do right now is break up these shapes into a certain number of parts. If we were in our classroom, we would use pattern blocks to break our shapes. So what I'm going to say is I want to see how many squares we could fit into this rectangle. Now I know you don't have the pattern blocks with you, so I'm going to show you what it would look like. We would have one square tile here, one square block here, and another one here. So how many square pattern blocks could I put on this rectangle? How many parts do you see? 3. How many square pattern blocks could I fit inside this square? If we laid them out, we would have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 pattern blocks. Now the triangles, I want to fill in with the triangle pattern blocks. So let's say there would be one here, one here, and one here. So we would have 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. And then we have our hexagon. How many trapezoids could we use to make this hexagon? Look, I have one here and another here. I have 2 equal parts. So we have broken up our shapes into different parts. I have 1/2, I have fourths, and we have thirds. Let's look at our See and Show page. You can partition or separate shapes into equal parts. 2 equal parts, or 2 halves, each part is a half of the whole. See how this is 1/2 of the circle, and this is 1/2 of the circle. Or this piece is 1/2 of the square, this piece is 1/2. 3 equal parts, or 3/3. Each part is a third of the whole. So when you break it up into 3 equal parts, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, 1, 2, 3. And we can also break up shapes sometimes into 4 equal parts, or 4/4. Each part is a fourth of the whole. So this is a fourth, this is 1/4, this is 1/4, and this is 1/4 of it, of the circle. So let's look at our square. Does our square have 2 halves, 3/3, or 4/4? We see that it's broken into 2 equal parts. So that means we have 2 halves. I'm writing it on top of each other like that so I have more room. Now number 2 I see is broken up into 4 equal parts. So we have how many fourths? 4/4. I look at number 3. How many equal parts do I have? 1, 2, 3. So I have 3/3. Three-thirds. Number 4, I see 1, 2, 3 equal parts. So even though this is a circle and this is a rectangle, they each are 3/3 because they're broken up into 3 equal parts. So I need to write 3/3. And now for questions 5 and 6, we need to draw lines to partition each shape to separate into equal parts. So they would like us to separate our rectangle into 2 equal parts. I'm going to choose to draw a vertical line. I have 1 equal part, 2 equal parts. If you had wanted to, you could have also divided it with a horizontal line, and you would have had your 2 equal parts on the top and the bottom. And for number 6, they would like us to partition our square into 4 equal parts. So in order to do that, I draw 1 vertical line and 1 horizontal line. So now let's double check that. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal parts. So you are going to do the same thing on your On My Own page. And you can go through and complete the problem solving and homework as well. Now, before I go, I just want to mention, as I said for a rectangle, in order to get 2 equal parts, you could have chosen to draw a horizontal line. Just like with our square, you could have chosen to draw diagonal lines. You still have 4 equal parts. Both are acceptable. Anyway, I hope you have a great day and happy partitioning. Bye.